Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda and today we're going to be chatting through some goals that I have for 2024. I am simply shocked that we are at the end of 2023. I feel like this year has simply just slipped through my fingers. It went so incredibly fast, and I feel like since I've been working full-time, time is just going even faster than when I was in school. It's just insanity. So for 2024, I do have some bookish goals that I want to focus on, but they're very loose goals, and I feel like that is reflected in the goals that I have picked out, so let's dive into it. So since I've been on BookTube, I've been setting my Goodreads reading challenge at 100 books. So when I first joined BookTube, I was reading between maybe 50 to 60 books or less a year, and since I've joined, I've been reading over 100 books a year. But for the past couple of years, I have not really been enjoying my reading years. Like, I feel like the books that I'm consuming are not the greatest, and I feel like I'm just constantly pushing myself to always be reading something. Always, like whether it be an audiobook, an ebook, a physical book, anything and everything, I have to be reading at all times, which is just not realistic, especially because I am working full-time now and I have other hobbies that I'm really interested in outside of reading that I want to put time into as well. So for the first time ever, I'm a little nervous to do this, but I'm going to be setting my Goodreads reading challenge at one book, which obviously I'm going to be reading more than that, but I feel like that just takes all the pressure off of me to read, because then I could just focus on reading whenever I want and not so much that I need to achieve a certain goal. Because to me, it really doesn't matter how many books I read in a year, as long as the books are fun and enjoyable and I'm having a good time, which has not been the case, you know, recently. So I'm excited, but like I don't know why I feel nervous to set it at one book, but I am looking forward to not having that pressure on me. But I would like to aim for 60 books read for the year. If you divide that out over 12 months, that's 5 books a month, which seems pretty reasonable. So I want to read less this year to give myself a chance to mood read more and not feel so much pressure and just get back into loving reading again. I feel like I've kind of lost that love in the past couple of months, and I hope I can find it in 2024. Another big goal of mine is to focus on finishing series. There are several series that I'm in the middle of. There's actually a ton of series I'm in the middle of, or that I own a lot of books from. I mainly want to focus on the Expanse series. I think I am on book 6 in that series, or book 5. I definitely don't have too much left. I just have a couple of books left, so I want to get that done. This is ambitious, but I would like to finish reading all of the Elderling books by Robin Hobb. So this would entail 10 books. So that's a pretty lofty goal, considering that these books are quite large as well, but it's something I really want to work towards, and I really want to read more of Robin Hobb because I adore her books and I simply just don't read them for some reason, because they are so good that I just don't want to read them because I want to savor them. But that's ridiculous. We should read good books. And I'd also like to finish up some trilogies that I'm on the last book of. There's many series that I am at that point with, so I don't want to get into that too far, but I have a list. I'm tracking all my series, and that's going to be a big goal of mine. I'm also participating in Brandy Sandy Along, which is a Patreon exclusive read-along hosted by Steph from Stephanie Bookish. So we're reading 12 books next year for that readathon, which I'm really looking forward to. So in January, we'll be reading Elantris, and then I'll be taking a break for a couple of months because I've already read those books in the Mistborn series. Don't really want to read those. I will be reading Stormlight Archive in August, I think, is when we start reading those. Like, I read Mistborn, I did like them, but I just don't feel the need to reread them right now. As always, I'm going to focus as much as I possibly can on physical books that I already own. I feel like I really got out of hand with book buying this year, and I just bought a lot of books in 2023, and I just feel like I was buying books for the sake of buying books. So I'd really like to just focus on my physical TBR as much as I can, and I'm not going to say I'm in a book buying ban, because then all I want to do is buy books. So instead, I'm going to really push myself to buy discounted books books and used books and not really brand new books. And another thing, I'm really going to push myself to stop buying books online. I find myself just like mindlessly scrolling on Barnes & Noble sometimes and just like placing an order randomly, and I'm like, girl, stop that. So I'm really going to push myself to shop in store, which, you know, is good. It gets you out of the house, which is good. You know, go outside, go touch some grass, which in my case for the next, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months, I'll be touching snow, but you know what I mean? So I really want to push myself to stop buying books online because I feel like I just do it randomly and because it's easy and accessible, but I really want to push myself, if I'm going to buy books online, to do so very mindfully, but really push myself to go shopping in person. And the last little bookish goal that I have is to challenge myself to read at least one Kindle Unlimited book every single month to kind of justify the price, because it is a little expensive. It's basically like buying an ebook every month. So to justify that subscription price, I really want to push myself to be reading at least one a month. But it is a really handy service. I do like it because I do have a Kindle, so I like that it just seamlessly works together. I think that's about it for reading goals. I do also have this little TBR jar. I actually just got this in my most recent Illumicrate box, but I am going to try to like push myself to use this in some way. I think I'll talk about this a bit more in my January want to read video, which I think you're seeing before this, so I've probably already talked about this, but I don't know, I want to like do something with this, maybe like draw a book in January, and then however long it takes me to read that book is however long it takes, and then draw another one. But like, I don't want to say it's a monthly thing because then I'll feel stressed. So maybe it'll be a quarterly thing where I draw the book, but then I could draw another one sooner if I read that book sooner. So like, I don't know. I want to utilize this because I think it's fun and it is completely updated now. I spent some time and completely updated this. So all of my unread books are in here. So I want to do something with this. Either like film a vlog reading this book or something. I don't know. So let me know down below in the comments of any ideas you have for this TBR jar, if I should make a video of me reading this book, or if I should do some sort of like journal spread video of the book if I read it, or like something. Anything. Literally any idea you have about how I could use this TBR jar would be much appreciated. So that is going to be it for my goals for 2024. They're pretty chill. They're pretty relaxed. I'm really just taking off all the pressure of reading this year and just letting myself read whatever and however much I want. Like, there's gonna be no pressure. Truly. Zero. So let me know down below of any goals you have for 2024, as I would love to know, and I will see you all in another video soon. Goodbye!